I realize, Wazma, you're becoming teary-eyed as well. Is it watching a city literally turned to ruins in so many ways that this is not what you would have wanted your own motherland to become?
I'm sorry, Pooja, I can't hear you anymore.
That you know, for you to watch your city become what it is, and to see so much fear, you know, because I saw there was this hunch in your voice that it would make anyone feel sad if you return to your own city, watching it like that.
Yes, I mean, it was very sad because when my brother was asked for the national ID, and when I told them that I do hold a foreign passport, so even if I give you my passport, you won't be able to read it, and I don't have my tazkira at my hand. You know, it hurt a lot, and I cried that day, and I keep, like, you know, when I remember that day, it hurts me so much that in my own city, in my own country, that man called me like, you know, an agent. He said, you're just an intelligence worker, you're just an agent, this is not your country. Just because I have a foreign passport. I do have an Afghan passport, but at that time I did not have it to show it to him. And to be treated like that, just because I am a woman, and just because it's just sad. It's very sad, and I did have that privilege. I do have the privilege. I had the privilege of coming out of Afghanistan and being able to come out. But what about the girls and the women that still live there and don't have an option to go out or do anything? What about them? They're just sitting at home, and now they don't have anything else to do. This is not about like, you know, education anymore. This is gender apartheid. This is a deficit in our economy.
This is about life.
Women that don't have male.
This is also about a society, and I think it's very brave of you, Wazma, and also Sudaba, for even speaking up, because the world needs to know what's happening. Sudaba, do you think the hope right now for Afghanistan and for Afghan women specifically are the young men? The visuals of these young male students walking out, clear visuals of them, of Taliban shooting at them, beating them up because they choose not to sit for the examination. Do you think this time, this generation of men want to make it very clear that they stand with the women and their life and rights?
Unfortunately, no. I don't see any hopes or any change anymore. It's been more than 1 year. If they wanted to change or improve anything, they would have reopened girls' school. They would have stopped implementing so many bans on girls and women. They are not doing anything to make the situation better. The NGOs that were working in Afghanistan, they are lots of them are the aid distributors, and the women that were working on those NGOs were the ones who assisted people on distributing the aids, because the Taliban don't allow widows and orphans without their male companions and in the fields where these aids are getting distributed. So there has to be some women assistance with them to help them. And besides that, some of my colleagues, like some of the architects, work in some international NGOs that were still working in Afghanistan. But yesterday they had a notice that you guys are no longer allowed to come to work, and please don't come to office. The Taliban has warned us that they will revoke our working license if we allow any woman anymore in the offices. So
Sudaba, are there many women who work in the NGOs or in that sector in Afghanistan?
Yeah, there were so many of the people who, like when the collapse happened, not so many of the women and girls were able to leave the country.
Yes.
Those who were working in those NGOs. So the NGOs were still running and they were still working there. But unfortunately now they are banned from working there as well.